The story of the Auburn Duesenberg Automobile Museum is not just one of sedans, coupes, or convertibles. It's a story of relentless drive and passion, of persistence, artistry, rural innovation, and Hollywood glamour. It's also one of corporate intrigue, failure, and ultimately, resurgence. Like many dreams of the post-World War I era, the building where these elements were fused together in the roaring 20s and early 30s wasn't guaranteed success, and it wasn't promised survival. In fact, the place where you're seated right now was threatened with the wrecking ball more than once. This place has weathered competition and bankruptcy, a Great Depression, a Second World War, federal inquiries, investigations, and blight. All in a small Midwestern town that also had to reimagine its own future to stay alive. The doors of the Auburn Automobile Company closed in the summer of 1937. 52 years ago, the building was saved from demolition and was slowly brought back to life as a historic time capsule and was opened to the public on July 6, 1974. The museum, an educational nonprofit 501c3, is an Art Deco treasure, faithfully restored to its original 1930s grandeur, a place where landmark automotive innovation was once a daily occurrence. It is the only auto museum anywhere that occupies the building of an auto manufacturer's international headquarters. It includes the actual factory showroom, design studios, and administrative offices of an American thoroughbred automaker. Here in this building, where the designers, innovators, and engineers worked, more than 2 million visitors have experienced the inspiring museum since its inception. In 2005, the U.S. Secretary of the Interior bestowed upon the museum the status of National Historic Landmark, which is the highest distinction in the country. Regarding the history of the site, it is stated that the facility possesses national significance in commemorating the history of the United States of America. Now, the building houses the rolling sculptures of the 1920s and 30s that shaped the history of America and invites people from all over the world to celebrate its significance. The building also preserves the essence of the original purpose and interprets that story through its exhibits and programs. Our building needs to be preserved, restored, and rehabilitated to continue to meet its standards as a National Historic Landmark and to protect its integrity and its priceless, irreplaceable contents. In 2024, we completed a $2.1 million project to completely replace the leaking roof and the antiquated air handlers on the roof. This stopped the water from coming into the building from the top, and now it is our time to move on to the next phase of work to replace select areas of masonry, restore select window lintels, and provide targeted window and door restoration to the showroom portion of the museum. The purpose of the proposed restoration project is to address structural integrity and weatherproofing concerns in the facade of the building's original showroom and further seal the overall building envelope. This project focuses on rehabilitation and replacement where appropriate of damaged masonry components, corroded or deteriorating lintels, windows and doors, and ensuring that the building envelope is sealed to mitigate water infiltration, particularly around window and door openings. For more than 50 years, the Auburn Duesenberg Automobile Museum has provided a meaningful experience through the significant portrayal of the automotive industry as a transformation in the American story. We are dedicated to preserving the history of design, engineering, architecture, and entrepreneurial leadership, celebrating its relevance to our present and future, and continuing to be a driving force. We believe that learning about history and evolution matters. We continue to serve the public by sharing what we preserve in a way that will continue to inspire future generations. Your support this evening will allow us to continue to preserve our historic building and restore the exterior showroom portion. Create engaging educational programs and exhibits that bring in new audiences, and allow us to continue to preserve our world-renowned collection of automobiles and bring them across the country. These are significant projects that we can't do alone, but can with your help. Your support will help our ability to influence leaders of today and tomorrow by preserving our past and leading us into the future.